Hello, my dear student, class 10. Now, today I am going to discuss about the second unit. And before going to the second unit, I just want to giving you some words. I think you have studied in your house properly. Now you are ready to write down the words. Now write with the pen and papers. Number one, the words are now, you just write down this one. I am giving the words. You just write down first of all, write down the words and then the meaning. Now write down pitied, sale, favorite, good deal, pirate's cab, sorrowful, mint. That's all. And now another word is puzzle. I hope you have write down this word. Now you will do that and write the meaning and parts of speech and these questions. Write down these questions. What is the name of the island? The island name is the Big Half Moon. How old of Claude is? Claude's age koto? What is the age? Write down this. These are the it is 7. Claude is 12. Who were pitied to Claude and Philippa and why? You know, the mainland peoples were pitied to Claude and Philippa because they had no relations them, and that's why they were pitied to them. What are the game they played in the mainland? That is pirates and hide and seek. That is one kind of game. So they played the game in the mainlands are number 1 pirate's cab and hide and seek, and another game that is actually fighting. Quarreling is another game for them. Where did the narrator's father work? The narrator's father actually worked in the island, the Big Half Moon. In which season they come to the mainland? There is winter, and after the winter they go to the mainland. Now today I am going to discuss about the second unit, unit 2, and these are the questions you have done. I think the keeper of the Big Half Moon lighthouse is a father of the narrator. The family moved over to mainland in moved over to mainland in winter. When asked about relations, father looked very sorrowful. So these are the answers. Here fill in the chart information from the text. I have already given the answer here, and this complete the answer. You just try to complete this one, write the supporting and send me to my complaint box, or contact me. Now the last I told you that they were asking to their father and about the relationship. Their father was always emotional. Now today it was lovely on the Big Half Moon in summer. They returned to the Big Half Moon. They actually go to the Big Half Moon in summer when it's fine. The harbor is blue and calm with little and ripples. Every summer we had some hobby. The last summer before Dick and Mimi came, we were crazy about kites. So these first 3 lines, you will get a different experience of the 2 children. That is two brothers and sisters, Philippa Little and Claude, and the narrators, that they are very much interested to complete their hobby there. So when clear harbors, blue and calm, that is the examples of totally clear, puriskar purichhonna ekta abhawa okhane royeche, batas boiche with little wind and ripples. That ripples actually small wave of slow wave of air, and we means that two guys last day I told you that two guys এই চারটা তোমরা একটু মনে রাখবে, Philip a little, Claude little, that actually they are very much interested to how they actually passed their time. They had a hobby. What is the hobby here? The last summer before Dick and Mimi came, we were crazy about kites because they learned how to make a kite there in the mainland. So they are very much interested. They are crazy. They are very much interested, that is indulgent, that how to make a kite. A boy on the mainland showed Claude how to make them. Back on the island, we made plenty of kites. Claude would go around to the other side of the island, and we would play shipwreck mariner signalings to each other with kites. So these paragraphs will give you that what is the effect of the mind of Claude and Philippa after returning to the from the mainland to the island. They now playing the games what they actually learned there. They made the kites with their own hands, and with the plenty of kites, not a single one, প্রচুর পরিমাণে তারা তৈরি করেছিল, and they were giving indicating game, signaling games, mariner signaling games, hide and seek type of game, লুকোচুরি খেলা তারা খেলছিল, shipwrecked, there is a kind of game, it's a phrase, that hide and seek. এখানে দুটো তিনটে কোশ্চেন্স তোমাদের আসতে পারে যে how was the environment in summer at the mainland, how was the summer, লিখে নেবে এটা, and what did they learn in the mainland, and how they made the kite in the island, what type of game they are playing. Now the next part, we had a kite that was big and covered with a lovely red paper. We pasted gold tinsel stars all over it and had written our names full on it, Claude Litty and Philippa Litty, Big Hump Moon's lighthouse. So it was really a lovely red papers because it is well decorated, and the most important things, they have pasted the gold tinsel stars. This is a kind of stripy এবং shiny materials which will show the shining part from far away, and they have written the names. What did they write? Write down the questions. What did they write? Claude Litty, Philippa Litty, Big Upwood Lighthouse, with the address. So this was the twist of the story, and now the relations is very much important. Without relations, what's happened to the children? And now the last part, that is very important now. To be sure, father didn't listen to have any relations except us. This used to puzzle Claude and me. Everybody. Oh, sorry. It's the last one. Today, this one. What happened? I'm sorry that one day there was a grand wind for kite flying. I'm not sure how it happened, but as I was bringing the kite, I was bringing the kite from the house. I tripped and fell over the rocks. My elbow went clear through the kite, making a big hole. That was an accident. What was the accident? Now one day there was a nice flow of air, and they are sure that it is the right time to fly the kite. So they're bringing the narrator actually brought the kite from the house. On the way, when he was returning from the house, he tripped and fall down. He was tumbled down and fell over the rocks. My elbow, means the narrator's elbow, went clear, and went clear means it actually goes through the kite and it makes a big hole. So they were actually very much unhappy, but they did not hopeless. What they did, we had to hurry fix the kite. If we wanted to send it up before the wind fell, we rushed onto the lighthouse to get some paper. So the small children have always concentrate how to solve the problems. So they went towards the lighthouse for the paper, because the paper will repair this kind of kite, and it can again fly very easily. So what they did it, we knew there was no more red paper. We took the first things and came handy, an old letter lying on the bookcase. That bookcase means the bookshelf in the sitting room. So because they are very much hurry, why they are hurry? Because the air will are not more perfect after that. So they are very quick that it is the right time to fly the kite. We passed the kite up with the letter, a seat of each side, and dried it by the fire. We started out, and up went it kite like bird. So they are successful. Ultimately they pasted it. এটা তারা লাকিয়ে দিয়েছিল, যেটাকে আমরা বলি চিটিয়ে দেওয়া, চিটিয়ে দিয়েছিল কোনটা, the papers which is actually they have taken from the bookcase in the sitting room. Where did they get the paper or letter? They got it from the bookcase in the sitting room. Ultimately, a seat on each side. When they repaired this one, after all, they dried it by the fire, and finally the kite was flying in the sky and flying in the sky like a bird. So how amazing this is! You can't imagine this one. A child, when repaired some things and is successful, it is no doubt a glorious one. And that times the glorious wind also blowing here and there, it's make a sound, no doubt, all at once snap. But unfortunately, the kite cord is now, the thread is now snapped, broken, and it goes to the mainland. Sailed away over to the mainland. That was the story here, and what happened after that, that will be on the next day. So I hope you realize the story. If you have any problems, you just ask me, but write the summary. সামারি তোমাদেরকে লিখতেই হবে, প্রত্যেকটা প্যারাগ্রাফের সামারি লিখলেই সেটা যদি একটু চেক করিয়ে নিতে পারো আমাকে দিয়ে, তাহলে সবচেয়ে ভালো। ইউ শুড রাইট ডাউন দিস ওয়ান অ্যান্ড সেন্ড মি টু মাই হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার 790-868-7462. If you have any problems, I will correct it as it is possible. Next day I will discuss about the all questions on unit 3. But these types of what notes you have to do this. You have to do this. You have to write this one. I think it will help you for the next. আমি জানি তোমাদের এই ছুটিতে বাড়িতে আছো, but syllabus will be completed within September. Thank you very much for watching.